Okay. That's not it. I won't be able to hear it anyway. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Hey, Moxie. Yes, you are in fact first. Get star once I send out all the notifications that I am streaming. Hey, Moxie, does the sound balance between the music and my audio sound good? Hey, Wes. You two can fight over who's first. You can't hear music. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, duh, it doesn't even show up in OBS here. Get that fixed in a second. Let's see. That change it? No. Set that on. Should be interesting. I honestly have no clue why it isn't. In my smaller order, it's just the 5 starter decks and then what every backer gets. Very basic order, just to get my playset of all the star deck exclusive cards, pretty much. Hey Alex, thanks for stopping by. We'll get started once I figure out why my music isn't working. So I'm really at a loss here because I have desktop on. Hopefully. Saw the sprouter you pulled. Hopefully I have that same luck. But at the same time, part of me hopes that it saves for the box tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, Alex is OBS. Hey, Baron. Don't think that's it. Let me see what happens. Let me get to like my main view. That I was going to do. It's this one here. That's fun. Did my phone turn off? Go back. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, it's not muted. Show screen. Hold on. Let me unlock my phone. Okay. That should do it. Okay. That's why you always should be recording, Wes. Okay. Alright, are you ready for some OBSception? I don't think, yeah. There we go. So like I have desktop audio on. At least enabled here, so I don't know why it's not showing up. It's actually playing it. No, I have not. Not tried turning on and off. Like I tried to mute everything else, but like it's playing and I can hear it. So I'm assuming it's an issue with an OBS. Hey Luck, glad you could join us as well. Cracked output source. Maybe it's not then. Let's just try flipping through these and see what happens. Nope, that didn't do it. Yeah, let's hope. That's this one. Yeah, that is peculiar. Don't think it would be this one. Yeah, I don't know for this one. No. I'll try to figure this out for next time. I don't know if it's something to really worry about right now, though. Alright. Maybe I'll get with you offline, Alex, about that and see what happens. Hope you guys see Discord. There we go. Alright. So let me get the desk view up so we can get into opening packs. Or, well, star decks, not packs. Let's go... Oh, my phone turned off. Oh, no, it's on. Alright. The music isn't working anyway, I'm just going to turn it off. So Scuff's set up here for right now, but hopefully in the future. But yes, for today's unboxing, I've got all 5 of these starter decks. They look great. They're honestly, I don't know why I was expecting them to be bigger. They're quite, like, they fit in my hand. So they're smaller than a lot of other packaging. Oh. Okay, sounds good, Alex. But yes, 5 starter decks here. Got one of each. They're a bit smaller than I was expecting. Fit in the palm of your hand. A lot of them, other decks for other games, are usually a bit bigger. But honestly, it's kind of refreshing almost to have them be a bit smaller here. Quite like it. And let me... Okay. I think I'm good now. Then, of course, got the enamel pin and the Founders promo. So I was thinking of starting with the Founders promo pack and just kind of going through that and then moving on to these starter decks. Kind of save the hype pulls for last. Yeah, they are thick. That's definitely true. So I'll probably open them in order. And what I was thinking of doing as I'm opening them is also kind of do like a small review of what I think of them. I know I did that months ago, but it was months ago, so my thoughts have changed. So that's kind of the general plan here for that. And let me do one last check before we get into it. I think from here, yep, we are all good to go. So I'll do the enamel pen. Cute little Flurmine here. I forgot that this was added into all orders. This was a nice surprise when I end up having 2 of these. Got a whole bunch of Pokemon ones on my backpack, so I'm like, do I have to switch them out now? Or maybe I just add them in, so hold it up to the camera. Very cute. Feels like, can't tell. It's not as like thick as the pens as the Pokemon ones, but still very cute. So I'll probably go on backpack. I'm a bit worried since there's only one of the, why am I drawing blank on this? One of the connection points to the backpack that's going to fall off easily, but we'll deal with that then. All right. So I have not, I mean, I've seen people open these, but I have not seen these myself, so I'm super excited. I do want to try to save the packaging, though, because that's one thing I do like to keep is maybe, like, I'm hoping to build up to a scrapbook at some point to save all of these. Is that a pull tab here? Yes, there are pull tabs. Awesome. I love when games do this, so I can just pull here, but it's so thick. I don't know if I'm scared of damaging the cards. So many of them. All right. Is that actually the name, Moxie? Or are you making a joke here? I honestly can't tell. Oh jeez, I don't want to rip this more. Oh dang, okay. That's learn something new every day. Don't know if I want to actually say that in chat right now, but that is good to know. Alright, not too bad here. Very thick pack. That is going comments. Okay. Alright, so let's get into these cards. All of them nice and hollow. And actually, let me try zooming in a bit here as we go through them so I don't have to lift up my hands. Alright, there we go. Alright, so nice little Pandison here. Actually, let me hold up to see the hollow bit myself. You can see what Dan was saying about the print lines. There's a big one on here, but it still looks great. Very dark card. I'm a bit surprised how dark it is, but really cute little Pandison here. I can imagine. Yes. Yeah. Bit off center here as well. So, I mean, but these were printed in mass. But yeah, I can see where it's like very, very thick. Cool card. I'm going to put these in sleeves right away, though. Next up is the Sparkit here. Another print line on this one, but again, very, very pretty, very clean feeling on that one. It's, yeah, everyone keeps saying about how thick it is, and it really does hold true. This is probably the thickest card game that I've seen. Very nice as well. Obviously, we've seen all these artworks for a while, but oh, this is one I was excited for the full art to actually hold in hand. That is gorgeous, and that is actually looks so much better than like the Stellars so far in terms of like just the cleanness of it almost. I feel like the holo pattern works better here with it. Well, Jarrett, well, I think you know Moxie's in this chat, but I won't say anything. They are a little warped. There's a little U shape in there. I'm not too surprised about that being in a hot package and whatnot, but it's not too bad. That looks very, very clean. This is really one I really wanted to end up. Pretty much all the full arts I wanted to hold in my hand. And then like you've got the little swirl there. Yeah, this foil pattern looks amazing. Maybe the two Stellars just were too dark. We'll keep working through it and see what happens. It really does, Wes. And I think the Pandison does too. These really pop out. I know my main game Vanguard tried to do something like that, and these just accomplish it so much better right out of the gate as that one. That's another gorgeous one here. Pandison. Alright, and then Sora. This is one I was excited for. Okay, I feel like this one lighter, you really get to see the hollow pattern better, but also my light is being a bit blocked. I think it looks good for you all, but for me it's a little dark. That is pretty. With the stellar swirl, that's what Dan was talking about. That is gorgeous. Very off-center, but which is a bit unfortunate, but I'm not looking to get these graded. I'm looking to play with these, so that is fine, but that is gorgeous. I love stellar swirlet here. I mean, I did pilot it in ECL, so I would hope I would like it. Yeah, I do agree that all the foils will curl at some point. I mean, I've had that with every single card game that I play. I mean, at this point, I just throw my stuff in plastic bins in a closet, and that pretty much does keeps them as flat as possible. But even then, they still curl a little bit. Astrab here. For the dark card, like, you really can't see the hollow pattern all too well, but just that black-blue just in, I mean, I think it captures it pretty good on camera, but the black blue is just such a clean design for this Astrabbit. Even though you can't really see the hollow pattern, it looks great. At least on the card itself. The yellow around here, I think, looks great. You can really capture the hollow pattern there. Astrabbit, phenomenal card to have. So, very nice that we all get those as stellars. And then, ooh, Altart Circled the Sky. That is a nice hollow pattern for this one. So if I'm playing Circle the Sky, I'll probably be wanting to use this one. That one looks amazing. And then we've got Wurtzmite here. Unfortunately, I have not seen Wurtz in the chat yet. Wish he was here to comment. But cute little guy. I don't think there's too much different from its original pattern, but it looks great. There's a print line for this one. Actually, it looks like there's two. Bit unfortunate there, but other than that, it looks phenomenal. So, yeah, unfortunately, again, very off-center. But in terms of like cardstock quality, even how it feels holding it, I don't know how to describe it honestly, but it doesn't feel bad. Like you normally, Stella Astra is the only Astrabbit. Yep. Hey Carter boy, welcome to the chat. Or stream. I don't know what I'm doing. Can you tell? But yeah, this one looks cool too. And we all kind of knew, kind of coming into this, that there would be print lines. Probably not the most centered, but they still, I think they just look great. It's awesome to finally have cards in my hand. I also feel like I've said everything that I can say. This Full Tempest is really cool. I don't think it's my favorite personally, but Phoebe did a phenomenal job on this. I love what she was going for, and I think she captured it well, even if it isn't my personal favorite art style. Yeah, some of the print lines really are huge. I don't know how much it was coming up on camera here with the Wormmite, but it really looks like the hollow pattern just kind of cuts off at it. I don't know if that's actually true. I think it's a bit hard to see, especially since I put it in sleep, but yeah. Yeah, I know, it's definitely a skill here. And yeah, I'm glad that it's being addressed as well. We'll see with first edition, but it definitely sounds like Dan's setting up Elestrals to be a lot more successful in the future. I mean, this is still very successful. This cracking art, I love. This is freaking awesome. Just grabbing the ship, Greek mythology kind of reference there. I mean, you could even argue like Pirates of the Caribbean as well. Love how that looks. And honestly, especially compared to the prototype cards, the finish on these cards is phenomenal. That I will say. Definitely a huge upgrade from the prototype cards. And Reiseros here. Oh, horizontal print line. I haven't seen that. And ooh, this is one I think you just have to see in person, is the horn here, how it pops out from the foil pattern. Ooh, and the stellar swirls right on it too. That looks amazing. And then one right at the tip there. I don't know if... Yeah, you can't really make it out with the camera, but that's really cool. I'm a personal fan of Reiseros, and I love this stellar artwork as well. Just being able to throw this down on turn one is can be a huge tempo play for yourself, even though it really is denying your opponent tempo. Ooh, if I could pull one stellar from the SDs, what would I pick? It would have to be Sluggle, though I'm scared since I said that, it won't end up happening. I mean, the odds are not in my favor, but I would pick Sluggle because I am a water main at heart. Ooh, Boombat. I love the black and red on this one. 3 print lines on this one. Can we have, like, a competition to see who can find the card with the most print lines? Because this one has 3. That is also very pretty. I'm going to try to go through these maybe a bit quicker because I feel like you kind of just need to see them in person for it to do justice. And then we've got the Drataya here. This one helped me win the prototype tournament, the I think it was a triple ambrosia in that final game. Was so hype. And I love Drataya because of that. Love the stellar color on here. Swirls are in a good place in my opinion. Very happy to see that card. Definitely going to probably. I will be building fruit at some point just to be able to use Drataya yet again. Yeah, Stellar Rice Rose is gorgeous. Yeah, there are a few people here like Alex who do work on Elestrals, but don't worry if you have feedback, definitely share it because Dan's aware of a lot of it, but he is constantly looking to improve, and I know Alex is someone who can pass it on, and I myself am also one who can pass it on as well. So, um, Alex, are you taking notes in chat here, or are you just here to enjoy? Yeah. I think the people internally are probably more mad than us because they're the ones who are trying to put this together. All right, getting back to the cards here. Gorgeous Glycedyl. Please do not ask me to rip a Glycedyl. I will not be doing that. Especially not this one. I wish I could see more potential in Glidesdale as an Elestral because this artwork is beautiful. I love the wing popping out. These full arts, I think I like them more than the Stellars. I'm going to be honest. Now, Stellar full arts, now we're talking. So, oh, here we go. Probably my favorite here, Foamy. One good print line right down the middle, going horizontal and vertical. You know, I'm not mad about that. I think that's just funny. But I love Foamy. Not doing it, Alex. Not doing it. I'm not ripping it. But that is gorgeous. I love this Stellar. I was so happy to... I was hoping that we would get this Stellar Foamy when it was revealed because my first deck was a Capital deck with Foamy, and it's also still one of my favorite decks to this day. Probably the first deck I will build once I get my booster boxes. Top up here, another great card in my deck. Ooh, it's kind of boxed in by two print lines, one on either side, but cute little Stellar form there. Really great for some aggressive, I'm drawing up the thing, aggressive Ascension plays. That's what I was looking for. That one looks great. And it's such a cute little post just poking out of the water. I absolutely love it. Then Flurmine here, the first time that we get to see a Frost Spirit in person because I don't think anyone but Dan would have the prototype versions of it. So that looks gorgeous. I love that. It's just a nice foil pattern on it. Look forward to when we get to see more Frost in the future. And then Kinleo, I love this artwork. Zephyrog Turbo. I still have not messed with that deck. I really should, but I'm a bit skeptical about it, to be honest, but I think it will make a fun deck. I've been thinking about it. I love this artwork of Kinleo, just the black and purple stellar symbol. That looks great. Very dark again, making it a bit hard to see the foil pattern, but you can see it around the edges, and honestly, it just looks so good that I don't think you really need to capture the foil pattern for it to look awesome. And then Rummagem here, another one, just the dark stellar is looking really good. This one you can actually see the stellar pattern, or the hollow pattern a bit better because you have the light background kind of coming off the Rummagem, so you can kind of see a few stars there and one of the swirls. That looks great. Great card for Earth. Definitely going to be throwing those in my Earth deck. I was saying about making fruits, so definitely going to do that. And then we move on to Veritaqua. I think this is a cool one. Just a good, instead of making it like dark, just a fun red color, making it seem like it's going fast through the water. I really like this one. Good tech card. I definitely think this will see play in the future just to be able to deal with those defensive position Elestrals, though I think we definitely need more decks in the meta that like to be slow and defensive. Ignector here. Love the blue Nectar here. Great pilot swap. I think Bicosta nailed it on this one. I'm sure Dan okayed it as well. It's a good call on Dan. This one I think is one you want 3 copies of just to be able to play one out and spawn them all. Oh gosh, Rummagem as a 4/4 was a menace. That's just that card was value and great offensive and defensive potential. Like, what was the downside for that card? All right, next we're getting to the bears here. Cute little recolor for Urskot. Love that it's reaching for the hive of Ignectors. That is adorable. This one I do also a really cool kind of foamy-esque card for bears. Really hope to see more bears in the future to really bring out the potential of this card. Ursmog. I love this one's gorgeous. Just him touching the little, I don't even know. We don't know what that is. Unless I missed a reveal, I don't think we know what that is. That is adorable. I love this little, I think the scenery is the favorite part about that card. Is ripping off Krakatuga, yeah. That is adorable. And then finally, Urseer. Love the color swap on it and that powerful position. I really wish it was still at 4 attack. I really think that dropping it down to 3 attack has just kind of killed the card, unfortunately. But I still love how that looks. Oh, we do? Okay. Probably missed that reveal. I haven't been keeping too much up with all the reveals, or if I do, I don't remember it. You have to read into it, but you do know. Okay. Okay, that's good. Wasn't sure if we did. And then we've got Majersa here. That's pretty cool. I like this full art. Just all the baby bears kind of running around it. Hope that Majersa can see some play later on to round out the bears. Alright, and then finally we've got, or not finally, we've got the Hydrake here. Thanks for backing Kickstarter. I love this artwork of Hydrake. It is so cute. This is going to, until I stop playing the deck, this will be the card that, the artwork for Hydrake that I go to, even above Stellar. I think this is even more adorable than Stellar. And then finally, we've got the Chilotl here. So our first Frost Elestral. Looks pretty cool here, and a nice foil pattern. Love that artwork. All right. Well, that was a promo pack. I mean, of course, we know what we're getting in there. But let's move on to the starter decks and see if I can get a Stellar. So let me get... Actually, no, those can stay here. All right. Let's just go in order. Centarbor. Still, just how small this packaging is still astounds me. Delve into the heart of the Floy Forest where the Dryads hold court for Demeter, Queen of the Harvest. Only the bravest and most cunning can discover the mystic potential of the Centarbor starter deck. With Tectoris September and Equalings as your guide, none can stand before your rock-solid resolve. Will the Scythe of Demeter carve your path to conquest? That's cool. Okay. Includes 60 cards. Entire Elestrals Founders Edition base set includes over 125. Okay, so just general stuff, and then information on the back as well as the elements. That's cool. I like that. Gives you kind of the exact information that you need to know. Bob, yes. Hi, Red Knight. Welcome. Hi, David. Welcome to the chat. Good old Bob. I hope in app that you can just search up Bob and find it in like all the databases. That would be hilarious. Are you going to start a rare Hydrate collection? I don't know about that one. I think I'll be happy with the 2 I have. I just really like it, so if I'm running a deck, it will be my go-to. You have not missed anything. I'm just getting to the starter decks now. I was going through the Founder Edition promos because I hadn't seen them yet. First time opening them. All right. Oh, you can, Alex? Okay, that's awesome. How do I want to do this? Let's go in from the top. Can I just slice it with my nail? Because I do want to preserve the box, but I guess it's not the end of the world if I can't, because I do have another one coming in my next order. Plan on collecting Stellar Serial 57s. Any reason for 57 in particular? Oh, okay. That's really cool. Okay. Kind of seen that. That peels really nicely in the nice void there. That's cool. All right, I appreciate that. I don't want to leave the sticker on. Void seal for the win. Yes. That's very clean. I like the dent in it. I forgot about the custom D20s. Oh, I love this. The color on this looks great. The symbol up top here for Earth. And then, of course, it's the spin down one. Pretty calm. That looks amazing. I absolutely love that. Wait, I still want this. Where does it? Okay, I can't have it on here. I zoomed in too much. So let's see about what else is in here. Favorite number. All right. Makes sense. Probably go for Stellar number 21. 21's been my favorite because in school a lot of times that was the number I was given. And also it is the actual day I was born on. That's cool what's inside here. I almost want to take this apart to see because I see September, Sprouter, and Centarbor in here. And you can see Centarbor pretty clearly. Can you see? Yeah, you can see it. That's pretty cool. Not many, I can't think of any other games that do that. And of course, Elestrals up top. That is awesome. All right, but here's what we're really interested, well, I shouldn't say really interested in. I'm interested in the box. I like the packaging. But let's see if I get a Stellar Sprouter like Wes did. Of course, the little rulebook. That's cute. I didn't realize it'd be so small. It's like fits in the palm of my hand. That's adorable. Show a rulebook here. Actually, I'm curious. What does it say about the Divine Runes in here? 10, because I know we just had that ruling update. So now the spirits can be enchanted with one more spirit than we were playing with in practice. Instance, continuous. Okay, just general stuff. I can look through that more later. But alright, let's see. Alright, this is shrink wrapped. Probably should have grabbed... I probably should have grabbed scissors, but it's fine. I can tear it. Wes, is there any Stellar in particular that you're looking for above all else, since you're saying that you're wanting all the Stellar 57s? Alright. Alright, so we got our Centarbor here, looking mighty fine. Really cool card. The funny thing, I think it's going to be a good top end for some Earth decks later on. I don't know if it'll be paired with, say, Timber, though, just because you can do a cool combo with, say, Timber, but I almost feel like you just plopping this down and being able to disenchant right away might be better. One of that, and nope, no Stellar Sprouter, at least I don't think. Nope, just the 3 regular Sprouters. But let's see. Let me get a sleeve on this one. So I like to do with most of the hollows. So, of course, 3 Sprouter. This is the first time feeling non-hollow cardstock. It's a nice, I don't know what kind of finish to call it. It's the same as the back, almost like matte finish. But they're most like, I'm going to be putting them in sleeves, so it doesn't matter. But that feels nice. Very nice and thick, good durability. 2 Say Timber, of course. The 2 Spineth with the 2 Spinosect. The other Star Deck exclusives, the Giraflora. Yeah, it's not there. 2 Equal Links. I think this is a great card for the deck. 2 Tech Tauros, only 1 Rummer Gem, but a nice consistency searcher. P-Gust to help the Rune Pop, Arrow Rare because it's just a good body. And also, fun thing with this one, here's where I say, I wonder if it might just be better to ascend over something with Centarbor, because if you have like an Arrow Mirror and ascend over multiple stuff, you can then empower Centarbor, and now it can't be target destroyed by your opponent's Elestral effects. So, extra protection on top of from Invoke Runes. Doesn't really help against counter runes, which are the meta right now, but it's an idea. And then got Boombat here. 2 Boombats to help with Celestial Destruction. I really like that. 2 Nectar of the Gods. 1 Ambrosia. 1 Circleless Sky to move around spirits. 2 Demeter. It's not a Star Deck exclusive, but this is the best way to get base rarity stuff. Hi, Lindsay. I was wondering if you would pop in chat to watch from the other room. And then, let's keep going. Full Life Forest is nice. Scythe the Demeter. 2 Earthquake. Really great card here. 2 Tornado to help with rune removal with a Thunderstorm, so some temporary ones. Good and cheap to go with, say, Timber, and then the Thunderstorm for more permanent. And then here's a big reason to buy the Star Deck. 2 Poison Tip Arrow. This is definitely going to be a highly meta card, so if you want your playset, pick up 2 of these starter decks or find someone to trade with. The main reason I wanted to pick up at least 2 of this one was for this Poison Tipped Arrow. And then, of course, we got our Spirits, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Paratlus, excuse me. 2, 4, 5 Lycris, and 3 Zaptor. And then a little just reminder card. Yes, Alex. She may be joining me for opening boxes tomorrow. We'll see because I don't think I've said this. I am scheduled, at least not publicly. I've said it to some of you all in chat, but I am scheduled to get the rest of my product tomorrow. But we'll see if it actually does arrive. But if it is, then I'll be streaming. Lindsay might be joining me, and well, whenever I do end up streaming and getting the product, Lindsay might be joining me. Yeah, there are going to be people trading their 4th copies. I'm probably going to hold on to mine, at least for now, but yeah. So that's the Centarbor starter deck. I actually think this is a phenomenal deck to get started with, because you get a little bit of everything. You've got a cool combo with, say, Timber into Centarbor. You've got deck thinning and specific cards such as Sprouter and Rummagem. You've got great rune removal in Equal Links, Big Beaters, and Tech Tauros. And then I even think these kind of round it off well. You've got Aramir for some fun plays for Elestral protection. Got more Rune Destruction with P-Gust, Elestral Destruction with Boombat. Even got some recursion with Giraflora, wherever it is. And then I think Spineth and Spinosect are interesting cards to include. Interesting defensive utility cards, especially like Spinosect is just a big body to hit over. I actually think this will be really strong if you're just playing against the starter decks. And good slew of runes as well. The Demeters are great. Feloy Force is awesome. Scythe the Demeter just helps some recursion. And of course, you can't beat the Earthquake. These are amazing. So yeah, all in all, and the 2-point Dip Arrow is also nice. So I think this is a good one to learn if you just want to get a taste of all the different, a lot of the different facets of Elestrals. This deck has it, and you can play it more defensively, you can play it more tempo, just kind of get a feel for all sorts of stuff. So this one is definitely one I would highly recommend, especially new players pick up. For those of you who are still questioning which ones to pick up, maybe once the rest of the excess Kickstarter stuff comes up, is up for sale, or when we get first edition. Holding on to this until it gets a holo print? Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, but Alex, did you learn what you needed to? That is the question. Alright. I'm going to get into the Trifernal one here with the Nekruff. I'm trying to remember what Nekruff's Stellar is. I almost think... Yeah, I believe Nekruff is the one. I actually like the regular version more. The Stellar looks amazing. I don't want to downplay any of the Stellars, but I personally like the original one with the blue flames more. Actually, let's read this one. So, the little thing on this one says, kindle the flames of victory as you vanquish your foes in the heat of the volcanic forge with the Trivernal starter deck. Scorch the battlefield with Eruption and blazing casts of Elestrals, including Volcaries, Blazerus, and Flarachne. Do you have the courage to withstand the Inferno and claim the Hammer of Hephaestus? Okay, it's cool. I like these little kind of things, the little stories, kind of, I don't know. It just makes me feel hype to actually open these decks and try them out. We get this open without damaging it too much. And also, because this has been made very clear in streams recently, do not use me as an official pronunciation guide. I know I say Demeter, and Dan wants it to be pronounced Demeter. Old habits die hard. I'll probably always pronounce it Demeter, but do not use me as a pronunciation guide. All right, let's see. I forgot about the dice again, I'm going to be honest. That's a nice red-orange as well with the fire symbol. Love these little dice. Real simple. But that's all it needs to be. All right, so let's see. Of course, we got another little start guide. We'll throw that aside. Little cardboard insert. And, yeah. Oh, wait. Gotta check inside. See the Trifernal there? And then on the other side, there should be Blazerus and Nekruff. These, I think, are a bit harder to see. Yeah, you can see those two well. Looks awesome. Trif was my worst choice? Why do you say that? If you're voting no, Alex, would you play against me then? Or is that still a no? Alright, let's see. Let's get these open. Oh, should have got Majesty? Yeah, I can understand that. Trifernal has a lot of cool stuff going with it, but I'll discuss it more once I get into the review. Just kind of talk after looking through the cards. Part of it's also personal bias, where I definitely think, I would say fire is probably my least favorite element currently. And that's generally how it is for me. Ooh, you got the power players there, though. Especially like Centarbur and Pantera. Oh, that's a shame, Alex. Should get on it when Dan lists the rest of the Kickstarter stuff. Be right there to order what you need. Well, hopefully it'll come soon. Alright, let's see. So we got Trifernal here. The guard dog looks awesome. I love the blue flames with it. I'm waiting for this card to be used as like some kind of fun way to just lock your opponent out of playing stuff. It isn't there quite yet, but it's awesome. So let's see. Ooh, West Coast, yeah. I had it easy. I'm on East Coast, so it was honestly a straight shot up one of the major highways from Orlando where it's shipping to me. All right, let's see. Nekruff? Nope, regular Nekruff. That's fine. I would not want to waste my stellar luck on a Nekruff when, personally, I would hope it would go to someone who is looking forward to that Nekruff more than I would, since I would honestly just use these. You know... Yeah, you got the short end of the stick there, Luck. I'm sorry. So, of course, 3 Knockruff, phenomenal aggressive Elestral. And honestly, I think it's even more flexible than just that. I could see it being a great control tool as well. 2 Blazers, a really cool aggro tool. I get the theory behind this deck. Go Blazers, attack over 2 things, and then go into Trifernal, make it hard for your opponent to stick something. But I think half the time you're just better sticking on Blazers and attacking twice turn after turn. Alright, 2 Wormite, another great card. Fluarachne here for some more defensive plays. Imagine getting Fluarachne and Trifernal out at the same time. Your opponent's just not doing anything. Star deck exclusive here, 2 Humbust. Feels a bit out of place in that deck because this deck isn't trying to go discard or mill focused, and I really feel like you have to go mill focus with this card, but it's nice to have here. 2 Kinleo, great removal. Volcaries, just like the Tectorus, is a great beater. Cinder to help with the mill. You'll definitely want to be maxing out your Humbust and Cinders. 2 Small Tuga to help you search out stuff. Veritaq would help with defensive stuff, and Spinem for some more defense as well. 2 Nectars, 2 Ambrosias. That's nice for this deck, since it does not have the innate recovery that the Centaur deck had. 1 Circle, 2 Hephaestus, another reason to get these since only the full arts are in the main box. Then Volcanic Forge at 2, pretty much 2 of all these. Hammer, and then Eruption, great burn card. 1 Earthquake, great for some extra removal if you're just having a little trouble getting over something. And then 2 Gorgon's Gaze. I believe these are exclusives to these decks, and these are also crucial cards, so a great reason to get this card, or 2 of these decks as well to get the playset. 1 Tsunami as well, which isn't too bad. Then for the Spirits, I believe it should be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Again, yep, 12 Fire, 2, 4, 5 Leviathan, so water, and then 3 Terratlus as well. A little card here. So overall, this deck honestly confuses me a little bit. It feels like it's a bit all over the place and not in a good way, kind of like how the Centaur deck was. You've got great offensive stuff like Nekruff, Blazerus, Wormite, and then Kinleo and Volcaries. And Trifrontal isn't even that bad either. But then you've got the super defensive tools like Fluarachne, which I don't think is too bad. You just get ahead, set up Fluarachne, your opponent struggles to catch up. But like Humbus feels out of place, Cinder's alright. Small Tuga's alright, and Veritaqua I think also makes sense. It's a great way, but even the Spinem feels a bit out of place. I guess just because your opponent hits over it, drops 0 attack over something. But I don't know about this one. If you really like Fire, this is definitely a good pickup for you just to try out a lot of the different stuff that Fire has access to. But in terms of some sort of coherency for the deck, this one I think is lacking a little bit. I think it's going to be more of a pain to play, especially since I feel like if you're going mill, you really have to commit to it. But that's just my personal take. Chi-Chi, best Elestrals in the game. Oh, Elestral card, yep. Gorgon's Gaze is huge. I feel like Ultra has a potential to overtake it, but for right now, yeah, I definitely agree with you that Gorgon's Gaze is huge. So let's get into the Majesty deck here. My personal favorite. Let's see if I do get the Stellar Sluggle. That would honestly make my day if I did, but I am not counting on it by any means. And let's read what is going on over here. All right. So I feel like one of each of the bears would have been a good include in it instead of the Millers. Yeah, I do agree. What? Oh, is the Trifernal? Yeah, the Trifernal's foil Baron. Yeah, I agree, Wes, because then you get more of like a swarm strategy going in there. Yeah. You and Majesty. To be honest, I'm more of a Capricorn fan. Majesty is, I definitely Capricorn more than Majesty, but Majesty is a really cool card as well. So let's see. Command the endless power of the ocean and sink your opponent to the bottom of the sea with with water's might. From the depth, wow, I'm failing here. This is why I was a math major and not a like English major or something. From the deepest depths, the Majesty Star deck rises like a tsunami to crash against the competition. Rediscover the glory of Atlantis as you ride the waves alongside Krakatuga, Globby, and Oystress. The Trident of Poseidon is in your grasp. Can you conquer the tides? I feel like here, Trident of Poseidon is like a real saying like, can you? How do they phrase it? The Trident of Poseidon is within your grasp. That's how it feels a lot like. Just find your Trident of Poseidon. Is it in your grasp to set up so you can just shut down those counter runes? That's funny. I really do like that. Alright, let's get this Void sticker up. These stickers are so cool. It's all the little things I feel like really help Elestrals stand out and make it a special experience. So I'm appreciating this. And I don't know if I'll remember the dice. I keep forgetting. That's a very nice blue little water symbol. I really like that. Kind of deep blue to the light blue. Should let Dan know that I really appreciate the dice in here, that I'm so glad that he added those, because I really do like them. Also love how it says void. Really cool way to do it. Oh, hold on. Let's not forget. More like Galaxy. Someone just pulled 3 Star Deck Stellars in Discord. How many Star Decks do they have? Alright, you can see the Majesty back there. With the Sluggle and the Globby. Looking great here. Am I going to have to pause to look at the Discord? Can you at me in the Discord? What? That's insane. Alright, let me see. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, that's the box openings. Wait, is that not it? That's some good pulls though. Someone else is posting it. Okay. Joe King Lee pulled Sluggle, Quackle, and Nekruff. That's awesome. That's wild. Kudos to them. They must feel like the luckiest person. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me switch back to where I can see the chat. Oh, I'm not surprised that they're freaking out. I'd be freaking out. I'm sure the person who opened it is freaking it out. Freaking out. Unfortunately, I don't think I had that kind of luck. I kind of used it up the other week where I opened 4 boxes of the latest Vanguard set, and I opened, they're not as rare as Stellars, but they're higher rarity stuff. 3 out of the 4 boxes had one, and you're not guaranteed one per box. So I think that kind of luck I used up that week. But I won't complain. I sold those off and I paid for the box. And then some. Or the boxes. Save some luck for the... Wes, you have no room to talk. You opened the Sprouter. Congratulations, by the way. But yeah. Alright, Majesty. Looks very, very nice. I wouldn't be mad to pull the full art in my boxes, because it does look really nice. And let's see, moment of truth. Do I pull the Stellar Sluggle? Nope. Didn't expect to, but hey, I still got one more shot. We'll see tomorrow, or when I get my product. I shouldn't say tomorrow. The more I say tomorrow, the more it's not going to come tomorrow. Alright. So, of course, you get your 1 Majesty, your 3 Sluggles that recur Spirits, Globby to help you ascend into Majesty. So it's really like you're running 3 Majesty. 2 Smoltuga, 2 Krakatuga, really cool card there. 2 Foamy, got my Foamy. I got my playset of Foamy, that's all I need. 2 Afros, great draw engine, and honestly, I think you only need 2. 2 Oistress, a Star Deck exclusive, big wall. 1 Mustachian, which I actually think is perfectly fine, a good float just to get a big body. You can definitely run more, but I think 1 is fine. 2 Galaxy, definitely one you want to max out because it turns this deck's great offense into, or great defense into the perfect offense. I shouldn't say perfect, but a great offense. Warmite's also nice to help hit over stuff, and then 2 Pelacorius to help you search out some of your pieces. So this deck is definitely looking pretty consistent. 2 Nectars, 1 Ambrosia because you got the recovery, Circle of the Sky, 2 Poseidon, great for water, and crucial for turboing out Majesty, 2 Atlantis, 2 Trident, perfect to stop out the counter runes, 2 Tsunami, and 2 Eruption up with the Krakatuga, and some Rune Disruption and Tornado, and Shield of Achilles, great counter rune here. Ear Crab. I'm assuming 12 Leviathan, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, 5 by Pyro. Yep, and 3 Lycoris. Great deck here. Very defensive deck oriented. You got recovery, you got some big bodies, and of course Galaxy to help you switch them around and start attack using those big defenses to attack. You've got draw power with Afros. Of course, you've got some. If you really need to be more aggressive, you can use Wormite. You got Pelacorius to help search stuff out. And I actually do think that the Krakatuga and Majesty complement each other very well as 2 different top ends for the deck. Just because, I mean, they both have big bodies, but also you can start burning stuff and popping cards with Krakatuga, which is really, really strong, especially that 9 defense. So all in all, I feel like this is, if you like a slower strategy, more defensive strategy, and then, like, I think, what is the term? Mid-range. If you like more mid-range style, this deck is perfect for you because you've got some combo potential. You'll probably play very slowly at the beginning, but once you kind of get stuff ramped up, you're going to have a field day just throwing down a big Majesty and the Krakatoa, of course, I mentioned before. And you've got also plenty of support cards as well. You also got Trident Lock, which is really strong. Eruption of Burn, some Rune Control. And I feel like the biggest thing here is just the Rune Control. You either need to draw your Tornado or set up your Trident, but that's okay. And then, of course, Shield of Achilles and Tsunami are great. So this one's my personal favorite of the bunch. Or actually, that's a tough one. I don't know if it would be Centaur or Majesty, because Centaur tempo playstyle, which Centaur does really well, kind of fits me a bit more, but I also love the intricacies of Majesty. So I would say those two are my favorite decks. But let's move on. Let's get the Imperial one cracked open. Love how Imperial works. Unfortunately, I do think card-wise, Imperial is probably the weakest of the bunch. It's still a really cool card, don't get me wrong. But I feel like I think it might also be because it's the most straightforward. But let's kind of crack this one open. Hey Wes, it maybe just takes you walking away for something hype to happen. If it does happen, I'll clip it and send it to you, okay? Alright, let's get this open. Also, that's a really late lunch break. I know you're not East Coast like I am, but it's still late. Alright. Oh, actually, let me read it. Getting ahead of myself. Thunder shakes the heavens and lightning splits the skies as an electrifying current strikes from the heights of Mount Olympus. Join forces with the almighty Zeus and shocking allies such as Riceros, Signetric, and Boombat to smite all who oppose you. Are you worthy to call upon the greatest gods and wield his thunderbolt? I'll be honest, Quackle's the one I want the least just because it looks like a skin duck to me. I'm sorry, maybe I ruined it for some of you, but that's what it looks like. Oh, I love this dice going from the almost brown color to the yellow with the little simple. I love these dice. Again, just the simple stuff like that just makes me so happy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wes is definitely, because yeah, he's getting products, so he's US based. You're staying for the pink duck. Yeah, just my luck, right? Get that guy out of here. Oh, hold up. You know what? I'll do this afterwards. Maybe this is what will get me the Stellar Luck. Because honestly, at this point, I have the Prototype Stellar Hydrake, so I don't need too much of... I will never use that. Ouch. Oh, meal break? Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Because honestly, between Hydrake and this one, at this point, it really doesn't matter to me too much. So let's see if I can just get some Stellar Luck. Alright. Trash is overflowing, but it's fine. So, Imperial. Decent stat lines, gains attack for Thunder Spirits remaining in your Spirit deck, so you really want to have a high concentration, and expend one to target and destroy a card, which isn't too bad, but I don't know, just feels a bit underwhelming to me overall. But I think someone can make it work. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Nope, no skin duck. That's fine. So, Crackle here has the same effect as Sluggle, but recovers Thunder Spirits. What, to the 3 Stellars, Alex? I mean, my mind would be blown too. Yeah, no, you just said no way. Man, that guy should have been streaming. Why are you all watching me? You should go be watching that guy. He's pulling the 3 Stellars. Alright, we got 3 Quackle here. Oh, 2 Signetric as well, helping you ascend into Imperial earlier in the game. Last chance. What do you mean last chance? I still have the Pantera one. I still got a chance. 2 Toxicon, Star Deck exclusive, as well as the Galvanom here. These are really cool cards. I'll talk about them afterwards. 2 Riceros. I talked about that with the Prototype cards. 2 Sparkit, phenomenal card. If you open this turn 1 with a Zeus or anything you can Nexus off of, you're ripping a card out of your opponent's hand, and that hurts. 2 Astrabit. Got my playset. And actually Sparkit here. Arguably the best Elestral in the game. Huge defense. Lets you look at top 3 to add a card. Really strong. 2 Jolt and Up You Find Your Stadiums, and 2 Boombat. Different artwork than the other deck that I think it was the Centaur one that came with it. This one's really cute as well. And then 1 Spineth. Ooh, and 2 Wurtzmite here. Really wish Wurtz was here. He would appreciate that. So yeah. Let's see. 2 Nectar of the Gods, 1 Ambrosia because we got the Quackle, 1 Circle of the Sky, 2 Zeus, very important for this deck, 2 Mount Olympus, 2 Thunderbolt of Zeus, 2 Thunderstorm to help with rune removal, 2 Earthquake, more control, 2 Shield of Achilles, a Pandora's Box, wasn't in any of the other ones. I think this card, especially with the Divine Rune buff, could potentially see more play because of it. And then I'm assuming this one I think has more Zaptor. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I mean, it had to actually. If it had just 12, it would be impossible to use Signetrix effect because you need 12. So you have 15 there, 3 Teratlus, 2 Vipyro. So more of a pure deck, but Imperial is definitely looking to be played as pure. The white Estrava doesn't exist. Be careful how you phrase that. It still looks really cool. I was on the receiving end. Yeah, it hurts. So this deck definitely just lets you play a big control strategy. Just a ton of good control cards, and that's honestly what Thunder does best. Those 1 spirits are huge for it. Or the 1-drops of Elestrals are great for control, and this deck I think exemplifies it very well. I think the only thing that might be a bit out of place kind of is the Signetric and Imperial, because you kind of want to turbo into it, but even then, like Imperial and Quackle are great control cards in their own right. Toxion for some burn, Galvanom to pop 2 cards for expend 3 is really strong. Rice Rose on turn 1 is a great way to be able to ascend right into Galvanom or a Signetric. Spark Hit for some hand control, and also a pretty good attacker. Astrabbit for some value, Jolton for some value, Boombat, obviously Celestial control. Spinav, it does fit the theme of the deck. I definitely think it's probably the weakest card in here, but it still nonetheless fits the theme. Wormite as a great way to attack over it. Again, fits the theme very well. Say Thunderbolt of Zeus, I'd say it's probably like the weakest of the artifacts. I mean, the expend is pretty strong, but it comes with such high risk and you have to hit over it. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, at least not yet. The best opening Zeus Spark. And Wes, you wonder why Alex doesn't want to play with you. Alright, 2 Thunderstorm for some rune control is really good, because I think that's kind of what this deck was lacking, looking at all of it. Earthquake for some more Celestial control is great. Shield for some some battle tricks is great. So really strong control deck here. So I take it back. I think this one is just, from personal looking at it, is probably the least interesting, but after looking over it, this is a solid control deck. I actually think Thunderbolt is the best. I mean, I love the artwork for it. It's just the rune I'm least artifact rune I'm least impressed by right now. I'm going to be honest, but it looks sick. I hope it does see play at some point. So yeah, I think it was personal bias for my initial review of this one, but actually looking through this again, I actually think this one's really solid for its strategy. So I take back what I said earlier. All right, final one, Pantera here. One last chance, at least for tonight, for a Stellar, and let's see if it is the Hydrake. Cute little dragon here. Would not opposed to that one, but at the same time, if I don't get it, hey, that just means I'm saving my Stellar luck for hopefully tomorrow where I get a second chance at a Sluggle, which I will not oppose to. Oh, let's read it, actually. And before I do this, let me actually show off the inside of the Imperial starter deck, because didn't do that. So let's see. Got the Imperial here, huge. It's really hard to see if that is really cool. And then here, the Signetric and the Quackle should be easier to see because they're smaller. Again, I love that attention to detail. Part of me wishes Dan was in here so he could hear me saying that, but I'll have to let him know later. Let's see. I know Dan's really busy right now as well, so cannot blame him for not wanting to be in here. Or not being in here, I shouldn't say he doesn't want to, but not being in here. Let's go Stellar, right? Let's see. Can I get the Hydrake? Oh, I was going to read this one as well. From the howling gales and the darkening skies, a tempest emerges. Soar into the heart of the storm of the triumphant wings of Exaltair, Twindra, and Glidesteel, and blow away your rivals with the Pantera starter deck, who will throw caution to the wind and fly to new heights with Aeolus, ruler of the stratosphere. I think that's interesting. He points out Aeolus instead of the artifact. Imagine you get 3 different Stellar Hydrakes. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. I was almost tempted to hold off till you got home, Luck, so we could stream it together, but then I know you get home really late, and I do have to get up for work at a good time tomorrow, so it's like, unfortunately I cannot. So yeah, really cool dice here. A more lighter blue for it. 2 blue dice, which I will not oppose to. I love the color blue, and that looks great. And it definitely differentiates itself from water by being that lighter, more airy color than water, which I do appreciate. Spam hearts for Stellar Luck. We'll see. Alright, and then we got the Pantera in the box. That looks freaking amazing. And then we've got Twindra and Hydrake there as well. Very neat Essential line. And that is Starter Deck exclusive. So that's one of the things. So Centarbor and the Centarbor line and the Hydrake line, or Pantera line, are Star Deck exclusives. The Trifrontal, Majesty, and Imperial are in the main set, but not foil. So you notably will not be getting a foil Imperial, Majesty, and Trifrontal if you open booster boxes. They will not. They will just be. Oh gosh, I remember some. What did some? I heard one of the other YouTubers I watched for Vanguard, Different Fight. He called them something real funny. What was it? I cannot remember. Paper rare. They will be paper rare. I thought that was funny. Alright, let's see. So we got the big old Pantera here. Looks amazing. Get this as a box topper. It's definitely not hard to get. Real easy to get your playset of. A little nick up at the top of the card here is a bit unfortunate, I'll be honest. Not the end of the world, that's fine. And I'll be honest, I actually prefer this artwork. I think it looks great. The box topper does... Technically, Pen isn't box topper. Well, for Kickstarter it is. Sorry, I'm a bit confused about your comment there, Carter Boy. Can you explain? Oh, duh. Okay, I understand now. Yes, technically Pent is not Star Deck exclusive because it's a box topper. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But past Kickstarter, it will be a Starter Deck exclusive for first wave. But yeah, I really like this artwork. I don't know what it is. I think just the framing of it, just, I don't know. I like it a bit better. But let's see. Final chance. Will I get the Shiny Dragon? And nope, regular. So no Stellars for today. But that's fine. Made that means I'm saving my luck for next time. All right, let's see. Got 3 Hydrake here, of course, 2 Twindra. And I think that's perfectly fine. I mean, at most, I might want to run a second Pantera to go into, but definitely don't need it. Aramare to help give some protection to the Elestrals. Glidesteel, of course, because when combined with Aramare, it can attack twice. Then we got the 2 P-Gust. It's also real funny because of the delay, I'm just now seeing you all be like, please Stellar. But yeah, 2 Exaltair for some burn. Sorlet, a great battle trick Elestral for both offense and control. Astrap to help you find stuff. Boombat for some Elestral disruption. And of course, Elichick to find your Divine Runes because Aeolus is great. I was about to say Baron 0 for 5. I think that was just a typo. Yes, lame, scam game, rigged. Nah. They're rare. I'm fine with not pulling one. Veritaqua to also help against some defense Celestrals. Nog to help draw. 2 Ambrosia, which I think is actually really important in this deck because you do go through a lot of spirits. And Rest on Your Laurels. I believe this is Star Deck exclusive as well. This one isn't too relevant because Earthquake is just better right now. I mean, obviously, you've got the difference, this one costing less than Earthquake and being generic, but in terms of practical use, Earthquake is just better. Circle the Sky, 2 Aeolus, powerful card, can be now enchanted up to 5 spirits with current understanding. Yeah, feels bad. But hey, I'm happy that person got those 3 stars. I think that's awesome, and I think that's more cool than me, a content creator, someone who's been helping out with Elestrals, getting that. Like, I'd much rather prefer that. It's okay, Lindsay. Still a chance tomorrow. Maybe you'll be the one to open the pack with the Stellar. So you still have that chance. But yeah, Aeolus, great search card here. Island, Bag of Winds. Cool defensive counter rune. Notably not needing Aeolus on board to protect against, target protection against runes. That's, I think, would be very, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Relevant in the future. Unfortunately right now, because of shield it isn't, but I do think, and pretty much all the counter runes can be timed before this one, but I think will be relevant in the future. Tornado for some rune control, Thunderstorm for some rune control, and then we got Tsunami for some Celestial control to pair with the Veritaqua, which is very nice. That was Veritaqua, right? Yes. Oh, just now? Man, you all are distracting me from this opening, and I am A-okay with it. All right, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 Lycris, 2, 4, 5 Zaptor, and 3 Leviathan. But that is the Pantera Star deck. I think from my thoughts for this one's a fun one. You got a lot of really cool moving pieces, such as the Pantera line, which is just super aggressive. I think Glidesteel is even cool. Even though I don't rate this one the most highly, I do think it's a fun card to use in the star deck. And Airmare, obviously just a big body and also kind of gives some protection, is very nice. Honestly, just going Airmare, Glidesteel, equip Bag of Winds seems very strong. You're protected from Elestral effects, you're protected from targeted effects from runes such as Earthquake, and at this point, Shield is just your worst enemy. And you've got rune control for that as well. Like, you can just not attack until you find it. Then you got the two P-Gus, great rune control. Honestly, you got a fun little mini pack here with Exalter to burn P-Gus to pop runes if need be. Don't think that'll be too relevant, but it's a fun little note here. And also just a great way to end off games, since you can search this out with Aeolus. If your opponent, you just need to burn those extra 2 spears to win, just search out Exalter, Nexus onto it, and burn. Good to go. Sorlet's a phenomenal pull. This, I feel like the core here, it has some good control tools. They just feel more splashable. Like Thunder just feels like a good in-element control tools, and they also can be pretty splashable. Meanwhile, Wind just feels like the splashable package with Sorlet, Aeromare, and then, Sorlet, P-Gust, and Aeromare for the big bodies. And it works pretty well in this one. Astrab to help find cards is great. Boombat for Celestial Control is also great. So you kind of see here you've got this control package with some big bodies. So you can really mess around with how you want to play it and just kind of take a downturn or just throw out threats, which I think is maybe not the best strategy if you're trying to play in like a tournament, but in terms of learning the game in the star deck, I think it's phenomenal. Like, I feel like where Trifernal is, I kind of explained as not a good mess of effects, I feel like this one is a positive mess of effects, even though it isn't as coherent as, say, maybe the Cent Harbor deck. So all in all, yeah, really great slew of stuff. Bag of Winds is really cool. I think the only thing I would love to see here is like Altar of Stars, because you can do a funny thing with Bag of Winds. If you want to maybe... Actually, is it with Altar? I'm trying to remember. I did something with Bag of Winds that was kind of funny. I think it was with Altar, where I just switched something to attack, and then they hit their Celestial died, and I popped a rune with Bag of Winds. That was really funny. But yeah, that is, think about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else, but let me get these lined up, and I'll zoom out, just kind of show them all off here, because this is super exciting to finally have product in our hands. I hope all of you who have not gotten your products will get them very soon, because this is something to be experiencing. Let's zoom out here. There we go. Yeah, all 5 of them looking great. So I'll probably break this up into videos for my YouTube channel. I don't know if I'll do one for each, because I did do the little review, or just throw them all into one big compilation. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, very happy overall. Card quality feels good. Love seeing this slew of cards. Would I join by prototype, do you mean a pre-con tournament, like just with these starter decks? Open a pack? Unfortunately, I do not have any Moxie. I wish. That should hopefully be here tomorrow. But I'll wait a second. Yeah, Carter Boy, do you mean like just with the decks themselves? Surprised I've not reached for this yet. I guess I could also answer your question while I wait and see it incorrect. Oh, would I join a tournament? Okay, I got you. I'll just answer both what I thought you said and what you did ask. Probably not, for a few reasons. I really enjoyed doing the prototype tournament back at, that was been in November, and that was a lot of fun. But there's quite a few of us who have been really actively playing a lot, and at this point, I kind of would want to give the spotlight to other people. Hey, Aria Nova. Arionova? I hope I pronounced that correctly. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But to answer your question, probably not, just because there's been a lot of us that have been playing, and I think it would be more interesting to kind of have the spotlight shift to some of the newer players and give them a chance to play against each other than just have the same frequent players play again. Not saying that there won't be someone who could beat us, like, I don't think that's the case. If we're playing with prototype decks, anything could happen. There could be some people who are really good card players who just haven't started yet. But I don't know. It personally does not interest me at this stage. And I was actually talking to Luck about this today, But I think when it comes to the starter decks and any tournaments with that, one, I wouldn't join for that reason I gave, but also I think the only time I would join is for teaching events, and then closer than most. Okay. Um, and also for any like official events, like if at official tournaments that gets hosted in the future, if they want just like play the prototype champion with starter decks, I would definitely do that. But in terms of like fan run stuff or even something official, I'd probably want to help out more than I would want to actually play. And I realize I'm looking down chat and my camera's here. Probably fix that for next time. But does that answer your question? I don't think I answered the most coherently, but that was kind of my thoughts on it. I always forget how long I actually have to wait for the chat to catch up here. I'll have to mess with the stream delay. I probably don't need this much latency at all moving into the future. But hey, good notes to take before the big stream when I do get product. I believe it's 30-second delay. Not used to it. But yeah, no, these look gorgeous, and going back to these as well. While I wait for chat to catch up, these look great. Absolutely love it. Dang, a little over an hour. I feel like I made pretty good time here. Actually, again, while I wait for chat to catch up, I'm kind of curious for you all. Which one of the star decks is your all's favorites? Mostly just been me rambling. I want to get a bit more interaction here. Oh, gotcha. Can I join you, Alex? That sounds like fun. Think of a fire, water, wind focused deck on quick ascension for an aggro play. I'm a bit hesitant about the triple element aspect of it because I don't think there's much benefit to doing that. But as for like quick aggro, or do you mean altogether, Nova? Like altogether, those three elements combined? Because like separately, I think there's definitely a lot of merit for those. I think fire has the least merit, but water and wind do. But that, just because I feel like water is a bit slower right now, doesn't have too much aggro. I think Capricorn is the best example of what you could do with aggro. Excuse me. Wind I did a lot on, and that definitely has some aggro potential. Hey Cowie, thanks for popping in. You did not miss anything, no stellars here. Just some cool star deck pulls, and now I'm trying to get caught up. So I see Carboy saying Centarbor. Tremere promo Vissen Rabbit. Luck, we can talk about it at the card shop this weekend. Centarbor again from Cowie. Yep. Earth from Luck as well. Good Spinner. I'll check back in with you. I don't know how serious I was actually being, if I'm going to be honest. I'll need to check with Lindsay to see what our evening plans are, and honestly what I'm feeling after I wrap it up. Get your own. Oh, all together. Okay. Before I answer that, gosh, I feel so bad. I'm forgetting. Is it pronounced Bry? Is that how you pronounce it? Feel so bad because I know you tried to correct me, and I'm completely forgetting and second guessing myself. But yeah, you're here at the tail end of it. So Foamy is actually great for this. Let me get my cool Stellar Foamy because that looks so nice. So Foamy here just says you have to special cast an Celestial enchantment cost of water. It does not say you need to enchant it with water. So you might already know this. I don't want to assume what you do and do not know, but you made me think of this. That is definitely a good way to kind of get some more aggro stuff going. So if you want to kind of mix and mash some, like maybe throw in like a Blazers at the top end, yeah, you could definitely do Foamy here. And you might even find that maybe going Tadpuff and then ascend into Blazers, even though it's improperly enchanted, might be pretty cool if you can do some Nexus shenanigans. So I think there's definitely stuff to explore here. I honestly just don't know where wind would necessarily fit into it. I mean, I guess you could do the same logic, go foamy, and maybe run like Glidesdale's pretty good. That's another option. You could also do fun stuff with, I think it was Aeromare that provides Elestral protection if you want some of that. So I definitely think there's stuff to explore. I think it'll be a bit janky though for right now. What did I miss? I just see you from Baron. You're right, I'm your dad. What did I miss? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, that's what it is. Alright, guys. That's great. Alright. I feel like because this came up, this might be a good thing to mention now, because I don't think I have publicly said it. The reason I wasn't sure about the... Where is it? What card was it on? It was the Stellar Ursmog here. They're all saying that this has been revealed. I'm very scared. Bri. Okay. Okapi. Oh, it's P. Okay, gotcha. Earth Water vid on my... Is the Earth Water vid on my channel? Yeah, I saw some of those up. I was like, I'm going to need to make time to watch those. That looks awesome. Yes. Let me wrap it up here. So what I was going to say is, the reason I wasn't too sure is because I am helping with balancing with future Elestral sets. So I have had trouble kind of keeping up with what's been publicly revealed and what hasn't been. So you'll have to excuse me if sometimes I am not up to date on the reveals, because I would rather play it safe than just assume you all know something that I'm not sure has been revealed yet. So I feel like it's easier to just put that out there for the future as well. And that is also part of the reason why I don't necessarily, might be a bit hesitant to hop in on, especially, or, well, won't probably be hopping on official tournaments as well. More so just kind of helping out in the background, just kind of seeing the community grow. And frankly, where my interests lie right now is just kind of having fun, testing out decks, making YouTube videos, and seeing the community grow. That's where I'm at right now. Just because it was popped up here. But I think it was a good place to end it off here. Thank you all so much for joining. Everyone who joined in late as well. I should hopefully... Actually, before I go, let me check the tracking number again. So as I last checked, it should be receiving the rest of my order tomorrow. It will be 5 more starter decks, so another chance for each of them. That is not my email. That is Google Drive. Sorry, I am not multitasking well. Let me find the tracking number. Or it's quarter... Wow, I'm failing here. Let's do that. Nice try, Luck. Not going to get me to break NDA that easily. Let's do that. What the heck? See, I would just use my phone, but... Oh, it's right there. Duh. Okay, let me see. Scheduled delivery still by end of day Friday. Where is it at? Okay, no, hasn't updated in 24 hours, but... What do you mean I'm not doing well? Oh, with multitasking, duh. Okay, yeah, I see your point. In my defense, I've been at work all day, so I'm a little tired. But, yes. So right now the tracking number is saying that I should be receiving my order tomorrow. It has not been updated in 24 hours. I'm hoping that's because it is still in transit, so it hasn't stopped somewhere to be updated. But of course, I will post something tomorrow morning, because pretty much I'll know tomorrow morning around when I wake up whether or not it's out for delivery or not. And if it's out for delivery, it should arrive. So I'll be streaming hopefully again tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll see. FedEx delayed this order by 2, so it's just a matter of seeing what happens there. But I'm really excited for it. Definitely, just if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, turn on the notification bells so you're notified when I do go live with that. I'll also be posting it in the Discord, on Twitter as well. We already know it's heading to West Virginia. Please, no. Come on, Luck. You're in the same boat as me. If it heads to West Virginia, we're both losing out here. But yeah, and there's a chance. Haven't ironed out anything, so this is not a guarantee, but a couple of us YouTubers might be trying to stream together, hop in the same voice chat to make it all easier on you, because of course we don't want to wait to open our stuff, but that way you can tune to all of us and kind of get all the audio. Lindsay may be joining me as well to open stuff, and yeah, hopefully we'll get Stellar here. So I'm going to get out of here because now I'm just rambling because I have nothing else to show off. So thank you all for showing up, and I look forward to streaming more in the future, and of course, just more content in general, because now that we have actual cards, definitely plenty more content coming out real soon. All right, have a good night, everyone.